Okay. Get it up.
I can't focus in. I have to like.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers. I have to
Howdy,
open mine up.
folks.
Oh, we're live.
Welcome.
Hi.
Huh? Oh.
All right.
What's that?
I was on the
There
other
we go.
documents just to see to type down what's in here, what's in this drink, so I don't forget.
Did you? Oh, you're writing it down.
I will in a
No, if
second.
you say it on stream, we'll have it recorded for all eternity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, hi folks. Welcome to Deep Fried Neurons, a live stream where we are nerdy and we drink and we talk about making stuff, and we try to keep sane in the current state of insanity, also known as California.
Woohoo.
Also known as
These
Anyway.
trying times known as
All right.
California.
You're Barb Noren. I'm Carlyn.
I am Barb Noren.
I'm
Hi,
Todd Kurt,
Carlyn Ma.
Woohoo.
Todd Kurt.
aka Barb Makes Things, Carlinorama, and Todd Bot.
Took you a second to remember your own.
Oh, I
wow.
lost the outline. Could someone give me the outline again?
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's in the private chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had to reconnect, and so I lost
There
all
you
that. Thank
Gotcha.
you.
We were a little rushed starting today. Sorry, Matt, who is in the chat talking about sanity.
Mr. Pinner. Hello, Mr. Pinner. Good to see your name.
Shall we discuss what we're drinking tonight?
Yes.
Word.
Word. Oh,
Hi, Matt.
I love it.
That's hot.
I'll go before I forget.
Tell us about your drink, Carlyn.
It is celery that was frozen because last time the ice cubes floating in the mango citrus tropical was really confusing. So I frozen celery, lime juice, a little bit of lemon juice, and a little bit of water and vodka and celery bitters.
So you froze the produce
Wow.
this time rather than putting that. Ooh,
Yeah, it went-
celery bitters.
Celery bitters, very tasty.
Okay,
Let's see.
Yeah,
there you go.
it's a little pulpy.
Yeah.
It's a little pulpy, but
What's the pulp? Is that celery?
it's the celery. It's the celery.
But good otherwise.
I mean, at some point, I need to
Celery pulp.
need to do like infused vodkas instead of like
Mm-hmm.
smoothies. But
So what are you
That would
drinking,
be
Barb?
cool. Wait, celery infused vodka?
yeah, why not?
We're on about celery.
Frozen Mule.
Okay,
Is
if
this
you're into celery.
Matt Pinner suggested Frozen Mule as a name, perhaps, for the thing you just made, Carlyn?
Oh, sure.
Or is this
Maybe
just
There you
frozen donkey.
state of
because
mind?
it's like fodder. Frozen cow.
cold donkey?
I wonder if Cocktail Builder would have a name for it if you put in your ingredients.
Oh, that's right. That's the website where you can just like say, this is what I got.
It'd probably
Yeah.
be really good with a salted rim in the future.
Mm. Yeah, that's the one that
For
told
the
me I was
drink.
drinking a mutagen the other
We
day,
could
the
call,
other
it, we
week.
could call it a celery margarita.
Sure.
Ew. Wait, we use
I
vodka
have
instead of
to
tequila.
say I concur, but
No, never mind. That's totally wrong.
Celerita. No, I have no idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've
People put in the
Yes.
chat, what should this thing be called? Okay, you want to know what I got?
yeah.
Yes.
I picked this up at the store.
Ooh.
79% for the name, but it's actually pretty decent. It is, if you can see that. It's kombucha.
Love it.
It's pretty damn decent.
That
So
would be a
kombucha that's
California
extra
drink right
kombucha.
It's hard kombucha,
there. Mhm.
is what it says. Berry hibiscus, 4.4% alcohol by volume.
This kombucha's metal. It's hard. It's done time. So I am
Exactly.
drinking a Kolsch. I think it's a Kolsch beer from Cerveceria del Pueblo. They are a new brewery in Pasadena that just like they got all their paperwork and the building redone, and then COVID hit. Like it was like to the week that like all the officials shut down. And so he's like, well, I wasn't planning on investing in canning operations yet because it was all going to be like people coming in. And so he's like, he quickly like got a bunch of canners and like now it used to be he just had these white labels. Now he's actually got real labels.
Yeah.
I like that label.
You know, they're generic labels. He has to put the white labels on them still. Yeah, it's nice. And they've got like 5 or 6 different beers. But it's good, and they're very large beers. These are Todd-sized beers. Carlyn's like, these beers are too big.
They're a little big. They're a little big for me.
Like, no, they're a pint. Yeah, so they're just south of Old Town.
Very metal.
Yeah.
No, it's so thank you, Cerveceria del Pueblo.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I got to try that now. Once,
you'll have to like go to Pasadena because I think they deliver within a like 10-mile area or something.
Yeah. No. When things open up again, well, they have a beer garden area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh.
Which would be fun to.
I'm in.
To see people at.
Yeah.
Oh, we should stream from a beer garden.
That would be nice someday.
Well, I heard that parts of LA are going to be opening up restaurants to outdoor dining. So, maybe we could do some sort of we're all 6 feet apart, some outdoor space.
Fried Neurons happy hour on
video camera.
It could work. I don't know.
It could work.
Well, then our mics wouldn't have any problems if we're 6 feet apart.
That's right.
Probably not. Maybe not.
No feedback.
No. Yeah, it should be okay, I think. Assuming their Wi-Fi is good enough.
Just echo, yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Good drink.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's on our...
What the fuck is this? What the fuck
Well,
is
I think
fuck
we're
is
supposed to
this?
do what are we drinking after what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I think that's... Yeah, our agenda is wrong.
Our agenda is changing on the fly.
On the
This
fly.
show is purely about
Problem.
drinking. This is the
We're
first of
both
7 rounds for each of us.
Yeah, I have 2 up here. I would have to go down to get more. We have an
Chris-
agenda.
Kurt,
Yes.
have you not met me?
Kurt, yeah.
It makes things a little easier when you're drinking.
Yes. Where are we? Who are you? Wait, who are you?
Here, wait.
7-pack. Yes.
Hang on.
You have an
That
agenda.
would be yes, I would. I do not.
Kurt's all like, "Oh, good, you have an agenda."
Outlines, agendas, spreadsheets. They may be comfortable. They make me happy.
There's a format.
Format.
We kind of have
An algorithm.
format-ish.
It's an algorithm.
We don't like actually sign in and out the way that we said that we would, but
Cheers.
We've got the drinks and the making things. Cheers.
And intro.
Making things. Yes, made things. I made a piece of metal.
Oh,
There,
actually,
cheers. Intro. Welcome to Deep
So,
Neurons.
this week, what we were making was pocket universes. To recap, pocket universes. Yeah, like encapsulated. I was when I came up with this idea, I thought I was gonna do like trapped in a jar, but then I wanted to open it up a little bit, partially because I was feeling trapped in a jar because I've been feeling a little claustrophobic, and then I thought that theme maybe told Barb and Todd what to feel a little too much. So I went pocket universe instead. And what did people make for their pocket universes?
How should we order this? I feel like we need some kind of random generator to figure out.
No, Todd goes first. Todd, you can go first.
All right, I go first. All right, so I made a puck.
Can we play hockey with it?
No, it would probably fall apart. But here, let me energize the puck. So it looks very thin, but it actually contains multitudes. It contains depths of up to maybe 6 inches. So basically, it is a infinity mirror, as everyone probably understands them. And my restrictions on this was that I was only going to spend 3 hours on it in the lab. I could only use scraps, no buying new materials, and there was another restriction on it. I forget what it was. Anyway, try to do it like as quickly as possible, because I have a tendency to no CAD, because I was going to like design this all up in Fusion 360 or something, and I'm like, nope. All I can do is I can cut things out of wood or acrylic, and I can use a laser cutter. That's 2D. That's not CAD. And and so I just cut a bunch of circles. I had a piece of silvered mirrored acrylic for the bottom, but I didn't have the half silvered mirror that you need for the top. So I used a piece of ESD Mylar bag and a piece of clear acrylic.
Hat.
It was my hat, yeah. Actually, I've got quite a lot of ESD Mylar film, so I used another piece. But yeah, so it turns out if you use that is almost a half silvered mirror if you approach it right, and it works. It works for maybe about 6 reflections worth.
Mm-hmm.
And
you get a limited eternity. You get a limited universe.
Yeah, it's about this deep of a pocket universe,
and it can actually fit in your pocket.
Yeah. But on the back of it, is a just a little itsy bitsy M0, I think, and a little LiPo battery, and that's my pocket universe. Unfortunately, because it's a combination of wood and acrylic, the manufacturing is very poor, because how do you bond wood and acrylic together? Well, for me, it's really just crazy glue, and crazy glue sets instantly. So there's no choice to sort of move things around. There's no working time. It was basically you attach it and then you're done. And so it's pretty poor construction. I'm a little embarrassed to show it off, but it's done and it works.
Nice.
What I was saying about this is Pocket Universe. I like the idea of it being assembled super quickly, because like if you need to escape to a Pocket Universe, you might want to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually good.
So you have assembled your portal to a 6-inch deep universe in a apocalyptic amount of time.
I like that on your forehead. I think you need a hat.
It's my third eye. My third eye is open.
Cool. Yeah,
it's open, and it's available for meditation. You can surround me and give me your supplications if you would like.
That could hypnotize people.
Well,
you seriously need a headband for that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this to Trader Joe's and give me free bananas. My requests are very small. I don't have big requests.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Okay, so what would
who's next? You want to rock, paper, scissors for Carlyn?
No, I'm going next, because you get to go last. I like.
We need to find another way of choosing, though, because I think that would be fun.
Okay.
I want to roll dice.
Sure. Yeah, you want to roll a dice. If it's divisible by 2, it's me. If it's divisible by 1, if it's divisible by 2, it's me. If it's not, it's you.
I don't know if I have any up here, though, is the problem. Future.
Okay. Well, before we move on, how long did it take you to make that, Todd, again? 3
hours. And that's it.
Well, you said less than 3 hours, right? That was your limit.
Yeah. It was actually 2 hours. 3 hours is what I budgeted. It took like 3.5 hours. Sorry, 2.5 hours to do it. So I beat my budget, time budget. So that was nice.
Nice. Very cool.
Nice. And what level of maker would you say? Like how hard?
Difficulty rating for this?
Oh, super easy. This is basically just NeoPixels and a little Arduino compatible board. Anyone with a little bit of Arduino knowledge, this is running one of the fast LED demos that's been lightly modified to take out some of the more annoying animations. So fast LED is an animation library for NeoPixel LEDs. So yeah, if you've had any experience with NeoPixels and Arduino, you can also do this in 2 hours. You can probably do it faster because you wouldn't like be agonizing over it the way I was.
Excellent.
Agonizing for 2.5 hours, and that's it.
Hey, it's,
That works.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Barb, do you want to rock, paper, scissors? Would you rather rock, paper, scissors than just...
I don't know. I kind of like the randomness of it.
Okay.
What do you? Do you want to just go? I know you're not as much of a fan of random as me.
No. I mean, it's fine. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Have you had enough alcohol for this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. On shoot.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
But we didn't say who does the winner go next, or does the winner
Choose or last?
The winner decides.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to decide. Fine. I decide. You go next.
Okay. I will go next. I made terrarium.
We did that whole thing just to get back to where we were before.
So I had a dead terrarium. I had a couple of dead terrariums. I tried to make moss terrariums from temperate moss. There's like tropical moss that it will work with, but temperate moss, like from places that get cold in the winter, type moss, doesn't really work very well. They like a little more breathe. They don't like closed terrariums. So it all died. Like all the moss died. And so I was just gonna make a little 3D printed or cardboard version of our house and put it in the dead terrarium and be like, that's my mood. But I got a little better. The internet came back on. Our internet was down for a little while. And I went to the garden center to get stuff for the vegetable garden anyway. And they had some little tiny plants that I could put in them. Let's do the other one first. So, I didn't redo any of the substrate. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, well, this one's gonna need its top to come off.
Topless terrariums.
Let me get the light.
So
It's
pretty.
hot.
It's
Set up for me so nicely.
Terrariums are cool. Terrarium?
Terrarii. So like the internet is full of people like, I made this beautiful terrarium, and then like there's like, I just finished it. The real kicker is, what does it look like later? I think in multiple years, or in some time from then. Yeah. So there's this one YouTube channel that the guy makes a lot of terrariums, and one of the nice things about it is, he then does little update videos. So that's it.
Did it survive?
Did it survive? And sometimes the answer is no. Like, he's very honest about it. So that, if you want to learn more, there's a couple of links in the YouTube video, in the blog post. Yeah, these containers are a little short for terrariums. I mean, for me, I mean, there's a lot of dirt going on here, like quite a bit of substrate layer, which was fine. It was just going to be moss, but it's cramping the style, I think, of some of the other plants.
So why is there so much dirt? Is it just because you need that much dirt for those plants?
Well, plants have roots.
Well,
yeah, but they don't all need all the same amount of roots. Soil for the roots.
This is not a lot of dirt. So what it is actually. So I'll show you on this one, because it's easier to see. Oops. Let's get a light in there.
yeah, put the light on it.
Computer, don't fall.
Hold on, please.
Yeah, light. Light.
So
Ah.
What's going on is you've got a rock layer, a charcoal layer, a moss layer, which actually can also be window screen instead of moss. And then you have the dirt. So there's only like an inch of dirt going on here. And so the charcoal, the rock layer gives the rock layer gives the water somewhere to go when it rains. The charcoal is sort of a filter. It sort of sorts kind of like bad smells, etc. I used sphagnum moss on this one as a way to keep the dirt above the charcoal, but window screen will work as well. And then the appropriate dirt for the plants in your terrarium. They're closed. It's true. This is it does not have a molded core, so it was good. Tropical plants do better in a sealed terrarium, so we'll see how long this lasts. This could also be dead in a little while.
Yeah, we should do an
But in
update
the meantime-
like in a couple of weeks. like
still
how
alive.
is the terrarium doing?
How's the terrarium? Yeah, I'm happy to do that. We'll see how it goes. Getting the moisture level right is a bit of a trick. So when the nice thing, even so I mentioned it was dead, but when you open up the lid, it smelled like forest floor. It didn't smell rancid or putrid or anything like that, which is why I just put the new stuff in there. If we start getting mold in it, so I put I did a thing that you're not supposed to do in terrariums. I just stuck an acorn cap in there that hadn't been properly sterilized, so it might start to mold. There might be mold spores in that, but I'll do what I did last time, which is I'll buy some bugs on the internet, some springtails.
I'll buy some bugs on the internet.
I know, they're little springtails. You'll buy them and you put them in your terrarium, and they eat all the mold and dead bits and things for you. Your cleaning crew. Yes.
Yeah, I once tried to buy sea monkeys on the internet, and they that's not what they came. What I got was not what they was advertised.
Aw.
Yeah, sea monkeys. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's a damn shame. Yeah. No, that's really cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. So we'll see how it goes.
You should make a little version of you to put in there. You should make a little version of you to put inside of there.
That would be kind of funny.
Or a little version of Max, like what?
I think a little version of our cat would be.
Yeah, Jay suggested. We should have a terrarium for Max. So
Max has our yard.
Yeah,
that's right. He has all of Pasadena as his terrarium.
Yeah.
You've seen Evan and Caitlin created a catio.
Catio.
Oh yes. The catios are great. A relative of mine built a gazebo-shaped catio that had a walkway out their window, and the cat could go into this like giant birdcage looking. It's my uncle. He's a great woodworker, and he built a gazebo catio.
A cat zebo.
Yeah. Yeah. Max has too many friends to be stuck in a catio, which is
cool.
So how long did it take to make these two terrariums?
Oh, not very long. But because they were already there. They were already I think you could do it in an afternoon for sure. But you'd have to have the stuff. Again, these were already made, so it took me not very long to just like jam the plants in there. Aesthetically, place the plants carefully with the consideration. There are things that you can do that I didn't do, which is like carefully wash all the dirt off of the entire root ball. I didn't do that. That's if you're putting your plants in a vivarium. i.e., you're gonna have you have a gecko or a frog or something. You have to, sterilize your plant and then put it in a quarantine and so you don't hurt your animals.
So a terrarium is only for plants.
A terrarium only has plants. A vivarium is usually there's
some animal.
An animal in it, and they actually have more specific things depending on what animal you're going to put in it. Like a paludarium is I think for a frog and stuff like that. So go to the Sherpa Design YouTube channel. He's all over it.
Sherpa Design.
I learned something today.
Sherpa Design. It's in the blog post.
Reading. I don't know.
I know.
Thank goodness for blog posts. I can't remember stuff.
This is why we do videos, because no one reads anymore.
Those with links are good.
Yeah.
Remember when there were blogs?
And you said you got that. Where did you say you got that jar from? The giant jar. The Uber jar.
So IKEA and Target. This is the IKEA one. I like it more because it has a glass top, so it lets more light. The other one is just Anchor Hocking. So wherever you buy Anchor Hocking stuff, like Target, Walmart, whatever, it's a pretty standard looking jar at the Container Store. Yeah, thrift stores are a good place to find stuff. Yeah, what I really have to do is get multiples of this jar and do some real A/B testing in terms of layouts. But in terms of what lives, put little humidity sensors in and blah blah blah.
Or what lives longer?
We could do that with Arduino.
There you go.
I mean, we could totally do that. We could instrument the shit out of these things. But I was sort of we'll shove. So the other interesting thing is the other instrumentation you can use is you can look at your plants and do they look healthy? Your plants will tell you.
It's not too complicated. I want something with BLE and a.
But if you don't have multiples of the exact same plant in a very similar jar, you won't.
Where's the app?
Control in the humidity levels and blah blah blah. It'd be hard to know exactly.
Where's the Facebook integration? Plant music using Arduinos. We've seen that before somewhere.
Yeah.
Jay asks about plant music using Arduinos.
Yes. My
Yeah, my Mylesia. I don't know, my mycelia. This artist you're talking about, right?
Yes. I can find it.
Anyway, there was this artist who hooked up sensors to plants and then ran those sensors through an Arduino thing and then through a Max patch on a computer and a bunch of.
Okay, someone else on Twitter. That's her name.
We got it. Yeah, we need to link that.
Mylease, is that what you said? Oh, Carlyn just posted a.
In the private chat. I don't have. Let me see I don't have Twitter open.
Twitter.
You don't have to Twitter. We can put it in the comments here.
I mean, I don't have Twitch open.
Wait, if we put it there, people might go and leave our chat.
That's okay. It's okay. I mean, they miss your great thing.
Yes. No, see, our cat, Jay asks that Max, if Max has a filter name after him. No, see, our cat is named Maxwell after James Clerk Maxwell, the creator of the 4 equations that describe electromagnetic radiation. Short for Max, but also there's Max MSP, the visual programming language for synthesis that has been around for 40 years now, 30 years. Yeah. Made
by Miller S. Puckett.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
who's been to Crash Base a number of times.
Ooh, fancy. Yeah, there's also an open source version of that. There's essentially the same thing called PD for pure data that I'm sure people have heard about. But so if you want to play with visual programming for audio synthesis, you can play around with PD. It's pretty cool. I don't do it though. It's too hard for me.
I've done some of it. I did this in college. It was fun.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I used Max MSP. I didn't use PD, but I was a music person, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So now that we got Barb talking, Barb, what did you do?
Carlyn, are you saying something? I can't hear you.
Yeah, where's your audio?
Where's your audio?
Say a word.
No, we can't hear you. Nothing.
Did you turn the gain knob on it on the back or something?
She's.
How about now?
We've all
It's
gone
really
down. Oh,
it's really
very
low. There's a knob on the back for gain. Did that get turned when you were moving things around?
Maybe. Could have been. It's still real low.
Did it switch? Did it
we
switch
can
to the Mac instead of the microphone? Silence.
I don't know. Shall I talk while you figure out your audio?
That's my built-in microphone. Is that better?
That's at least we can
Well,
hear
we can
you.
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that for a little bit.
Okay. Shall I talk?
Tell us.
Yeah.
I will tell you of the thing that I made. So pocket universes. There's lots of. Oh, should I show both of my things? I did two things,
Yes.
kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This one first is an exploding book.
It's just
This
a
one
book.
Took me very little time. It's cardboard with origami paper over it, and then like paper folded inside, and it goes.
Wow.
So it's like a defense book.
Deploy knowledge.
I could play the
It's an accordion. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So can you
had more
open
time-
it up from like any direction basically?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It kind of reminds me of those stupid little games that you would have in grade school.
Yeah,
And you'd
yeah. Kitty
open up the
catchers.
tab to see which boy likes you or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that was fun. This is cool though.
Yeah, this is very cool.
If I'd had more time, I would have or if I had remembered to get some, I would have taken like pictures from some like National Geographics of like space pictures so that it could literally be like this in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
A pocket universe.
That'll be awesome.
It unfolds very satisfyingly, I must say.
Yeah,
It is.
please do that would be amazing.
I want to do ones that have like more pieces of paper because that's 3 pieces of paper into that thing. I want to do ones that have like just a ton of them. So it's like this big gigantic expansion of exploding
Oh, I
things.
love it.
I think that would be fun and not terribly difficult. Yes, flexagons are so cool. Hexaflexagons.
Yes. Yeah. Kurt mentions hexaflexagons. Yes. That's like next level origami because that has multiple sort of dimensions of unfolding or something, right?
What's her name?
V Heart.
Yep. Or Vihart.
Vihart. Yeah.
Her. She's the best. Vihart.
VI like the text editor.
HART.
I don't think she was named after the text editor.
I don't know. I think her parents are big nerds, so they might have named her after.
That must be it. Yeah.
Good mission.
Yeah, no, she's really cool, and she's got some videos about hexaflexagons, which are freaking awesome. They are the best.
Totally.
If you have not seen them, you should see them.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
All right, but then the other one that you made.
Yeah,
is
so that was the not thing that I did. The thing that I did do. Okay, so
that was just your warm up.
I know, right? Like that's amazing. That's sort of like hilarious.
We were having we were in a chat, like we'd watched a movie and we were talking about stuff, and we wound up watching this video about how to make that, which is like 17 minutes long, which is way too long.
Wow.
And I'm like, I wonder how long it would take to make. Not that long, turns out. Yeah, so there's that. And I could have been lazy and done that, but I had another idea right after Carlyn told us our theme last Friday, because I have this box from Steve, who's another Crash member, who everybody on this stream right now knows Steve. Steve gave me this box that had booze in it originally. Just the box, not the booze, alas. It was really cool because it had like this portal, kind of like almost porthole thing on it. And I'm like, oh, that would be cool to do something inside of. And then I've also been looking at some paper cuts lately, and I recently came across the art of Brittany Otto. And let me share this here. Oh my gosh, it's just freaking astounding. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, please share
I've done paper cuts before.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That kind of paper cuts. Not like,
Yeah. Paper, backlit paper cut things. Just astounding detail.
Wow.
And it's amazing. Like, this is so, like, look at that one. Look at that one. It's so cool.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's freaking inspiring. So there's that one. And then there is this one, which, does that go full screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. It's got
multiple
colored LEDs behind it.
It's so beautiful.
She uses NeoPixels, and like the detail just blows my mind.
Stunning.
That's beautiful.
The amount of time that must go into this is just, oh man. Wait, we got to get to the dragon face because check it out.
So how many different layers of paper do you think that is?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's
like, how do you space them? Is she just like laying them like just physically on top of each other, or is it like there's some sort of spacing in between?
Probably spacers. What I used double-sided foam tape, and that's what I have used because I have done paper cuts before and even layered paper cuts.
This is you?
This is me.
This is paper
sky. Those are those are cool.
This is me.
I just remembering when you were in that show, that Mark and Wendy period.
Yeah, well, that was the hexachords. Mm-hmm. I did my instruments. I make a lot of things. It's a problem. No, but these are just paper, and they're spaced with double-sided foam tape, which I did use for this one too. So there's that guy, and then this is like kind of like the big one that I did. With all these birds and layers, and this is 10 inches by 20 inches. It's a big kind of thing. Yeah, that one apparently is labeled creatively bird.
Bird.
So that was my that was kind of my inspiration, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take this box and paper cuts and do backlight on it, and in a week, just kind of try to do something. Okay. So because this is a lit thing and it's kind of bright up here now, I plugged in
it's so lit, yo.
This little webcam. So hang on. Let me switch my camera so that you can see it.
Oh, multiple AV action going on here. Whoa. Look at that.
So so I did, it's a paper cut. With a bunch of layers, spaced out with same multiple layers, various of them on of foam tape.
Can you make your video bigger than everyone else's?
Oh,
Carlyn?
Let me go full.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, let's go back to here. It has googly eyes on it because I put them on at one point, and those have really good adhesive apparently.
Try olive oil.
Oh, yeah.
Olive oil, nice.
That's okay. I like them here. So it's multiple layers of paper in here. And it's kind of hard to see a little bit. That's what I was thinking. There's two strings of NeoPixels.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was, because I've done a lot of this by hand, but instead of that this time, I used a die cut machine. So here you can see it a little bit better in here. And then my other thought with this, actually you can see the foam tape a little bit in the shadows.
I can't. Yeah.
You see the
oh,
black?
I see. Maybe a little.
Behind
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pointing
wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't call it out.
I'm pointing out all the flaws in my thing. So the thought behind this, because D&D, was I called this portal to Novaroon, which is the place that our campaign is in, and this is a floating city.
Wow.
So there's
yeah.
some stuff there. There's this thing. Yeah.
That's
cool.
Beautiful.
There's a lot of parts to it,
Oh,
and the colors.
Look on the lower island there to the right.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
So that one, the architecture on there is based on, oh my gosh, what's the place? It's a place in New Mexico.
Arcos Santos?
No, Las Postas, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? I forget. But it's kind of based on that a little bit, roughly.
Cool.
So yeah, so this is my thing.
That's
I finished
awesome.
it. Oh, that's lovely. I finished it today. This is like straight up under my desk. This is super, super sketch.
Is it changing color slowly?
Yes. Here,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna pull it up here so you can see. Actually, I'm gonna change my video back first. Blip, 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 blip. Go back to here. Okay. Okay. So this is the box, so you can see a little bit better.
That's a cool box.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's got a super cool latch and everything. And so this is you can see the
That's awesome.
paper a little bit more.
So you still got space for like little characters in the front.
Oh yeah, I could do that. That'd be cool. And then the other cool thing I liked about this box in particular, oh shoot, okay, is that you can fit your face in it.
Okay.
So you can kind of disappear into another universe.
Oh yes, that is awesome.
Like you just go there.
Just
so
go there.
Oh, beautiful. Just so
I'll
amazing.
probably eventually switch up the. Oh wait, this is too far back. Why are you too far back? There you go. Yeah, I'll probably eventually play with the lights and like make the different strands, different colors and stuff. But for now, I'm actually pretty impressed that I actually got that done.
That's so
That's
lovely,
awesome.
Barb. It's so amazing.
I like it. I want to stick it on the wall and be a light source.
Yeah. No, I can see that. It would make a wonderful. It's like glowing in the night. It's like welcoming portal. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thumbs up.
Thanks. So that was my thing. I don't really have much to say about pocketness of it, but it is pocket.
No, it's a great little enclosed universe. But how do we get more of those boxes?
I have a second one. Apparently, Steve had a whole bunch more, and Kyle took most of them.
Ooh.
Kyle. So talk to Kyle.
So we have to stage a raid on Kyle's place.
Yeah.
A socially distant raid on Kyle's place.
Well,
Hi, we're wearing masks. And
tasers look up to 6 feet.
Kyle, give us the boxes. Or we'll get closer than
boxes.
Nice. They're very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, it took kind of a lot of time. Yeah, doing that paper cut by hand would have taken quite a while. The die cut machine was better. It would have been faster, except that I accidentally cut it at the wrong size.
Oh no!
So I have all the parts at much larger size. I don't know. I should do something with them. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
So I've never used one of these die cut machines. Does it look sort of like a printer to your computer, and you just like print vectors to it, or?
Yeah, Crunchbase had one for a while.
Boom. I've used several.
That's it.
Yeah. Do you have
It's got a little knife and just kind of goes cut.
Yeah. So like right here, this little guy here has a knife in it, so it like moves around and
And it's like it's a drag knife or whatever, or just like kind of just.
Yeah, it's the spinny guy, and then you like put your paper on one of these guys, and it just drags it around and cuts.
Wow, that's awesome! And it can like pick up the knife and put it back down again and all that. And...
Yep, it does all that.
That's pretty hot. Let's get one of those.
They're pretty great. They're kind of awesome. There's multiple. I've used 3 different brands of those. I've used there's Cricut, there's Brother, and then I've also used like this one is Pazzles, and this is the one that I actually kind of like best in terms of usability for like the software and the interface to it. But some of the others are pretty cool. Actually, Jay has my Brother one, I think. Jay, have you used that yet? Probably not. That's my guess. Anyway, yeah, it was fun. Like I recommend paper cutting if people, want to get into it. Just get some sharp knives and don't cut yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm currently dealing with the fact that I'm always cutting my thumb whenever we make dinner.
I'm gonna be more careful about which sous chef test you get.
I'm like, why can't we just order from a place and pick it up?
Because quarantine.
But I'm drinking my quarantini.
Order and have it delivered then.
No, too much packaging. We can make food. Todd has been having some knife errors, but he's a very good cook. And
Carlyn likes to be able to actually what do you call it? Make your own food. Be self-sufficient. That's the sorry. The beer is large. Are
you only 1 beer in?
No. This is actually my second.
Okay.
I started at 4:30.
Better excuse.
I'm on mountain time with my drinking.
Oh man. That was last week? No, the week before when we started pre-gaming. So Todd's pre-gamed this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but see, Carlyn, if you order from local places, you're supporting the businesses.
We do that like once or twice a week.
The thing is, I want to do it every week. I want to do it every day.
No,
I'm not a cook either.
He's good at it. He's actually pretty good at it.
Dominoes.
He just
and it's good because I'm not a very patient person in the kitchen. So we get to the like part where you need to be patient and like, watch the skillet or like wait to like flip the pancake. Then it's Todd's turn. So like,
no waiting for Carlyn.
I pick the recipe, I like do a lot of it, and then it gets to the boring part and Todd takes over. He's very good at it.
So wait, Barb, I have another question about your box.
Yes.
Your
my portal to Novaroon. I can't think.
Portal. How do you spell Novaroon?
Novarun.
Novarun. Okay, yeah.
It's
so how do you power the LEDs in it?
Right now, I've just got it plugged into a USB cord.
Okay.
Plugged into an outlet. I could do right now I've got it running off of like an Uno. Just because that's like I tend to for these kinds of things. It's
connected to the side. Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
It's connected to the side. Yeah, I tend to start out when I'm first just doing it with like using an Uno, and then I'll switch to something a little bit more. What I want, like something that'll be out of the way.
Yep. Yeah, Unos are great.
But this was a quick project to get it done fast. I'd still kind of probably like if I do put it up on a wall to be like a light source, I probably still want to have it plug in.
Yeah, definitely that, because you don't want to deal with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, you could do a little induction, a little like the shelf that it goes on. It has a charger, and you put your box on it to charge your battery, and you can just take a box to your companion universe, like your companion cube.
It's our companion cube, yes.
Yes.
Carlyn, that is a wonderful idea that I will never do.
I had a ton of those.
Oh wait,
I know.
I'll be right
I've been
back.
talking about making a list of them just so that I have a thing to do with them because I've got too many ideas and not enough hours in the day.
No, absolutely.
Or lives or whatever.
Oh, speaking of
companion cubes.
Oh gosh, that was scary.
Excellent, Kyle.
This is made by Kyle, who's got all the boxes.
Yeah. So
we have to hunt down, say, I bought a cube, give us boxes.
Yes. So speaking of companion cube, we have a companion cube.
Yeah.
Made by Kyle Cothern. If you want this to be machined for you with strict tolerances to like something like 10,000th of an inch or something, he has the capability. Yeah. So, and it fits on your finger. It also fits on your thumb.
Depends on the thumb.
I haven't quite found many other uses yet for it, but
portal jumping.
It's no, unfortunately, but it will hold down a big button that opens a portal.
Oh, okay. So I gotta make a button on my box then.
Yes,
and then you put the thing on the button.
Oh, actually, there we go. This now Infinity Mirror becomes the Infinity Cube display device. Yes.
The 6-inch larger cube. It was.
Yes.
All right. So
anyway,
what are we doing next week?
What are we doing next week? Your turn.
All right. So it's my turn for picking the topic, and I was thinking, I have all these bits of wire around that I just kind of play with. And as we were talking last week, someone mentioned like connections and just circuits and stuff. So I'm like, ooh. And I got to thinking, networks actually are a really interesting topic, not just computer networks, but kind of all the interconnectivity that we still are a part of, even though we're still very isolated in our little quarantine bubbles, our little pocket universes. We're still invisibly connected, and sometimes very visibly connected to the outside world. Like if you think of electrically, we're hooked up to the electrical grid, we're hooked up to the water grid, the water network, and these are all not some sort of they're very much systems where we're all kind of participants. Like if someone has a water main break in their house, that affects everyone on the block. It's like there's a bunch of all these networks are interconnected, and everyone in these networks are interconnected. And if there's any problem with one, there's a problem with everyone. And so I was thinking this week's topic could be networks, connections, let's make a thing that sort of demonstrates our connectedness in the current state of things. And I'm also a big fan of in math, there's this topic called graph theory, and where the important things are the connectivity between nodes. The connectivity is called edges, and you usually don't specify a distance between the nodes. Like if you think about a map of cities and stuff, one of the first things you think about are the distances between cities. But in math, the important thing isn't the distances. The important are the connectivity. Is how many connections does this node have to all the other nodes that are in the system? And so I think
it's negligible.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, you'll maybe have a distance metric later added on, but when you're first studying them, it's all about just how are things connected, because there's all these questions of like, oh, can I represent this graph, this connected set of nodes in a 2D space, or do I need a 3D space? Do I need a 4D space? Because like, oh, what if they're so connected that I can't draw all the lines that connect them on a sheet of paper without having to like draw loops over the lines? Like if you're ever drawn a circuit or whatever. And so then you have to think, well, what are measures of distance? Maybe the measures of distance aren't measures of length, but like especially in LA, maybe they're measures of time. Like we often talk about how long it takes us to get to someplace else in LA, not in terms of distance, but in time. and that metric changes based on time of day and all that. Maybe other metrics of distance will be like cost. Like, oh, it costs me more to fly to San Francisco than it does to fly to Boise, Idaho. Because because of supply and demand or whatever. And so I figured I thought this is like a very rich field to talk about, but also is a way of thinking about the way that we're all still connected to everything in the world, even though we're all still by ourselves.
That's really nice, Todd.
That's really interesting.
No, I really also like it's my like pocket, and we're trying to dry. Like no.
no, but it's a direct reflection of this, because we're not like one of the things that is like even a pocket that you put stuff in has a little opening, like.
That's very sweet.
And the being like encapsulated is valid, because that's a feeling, and that's a real feeling.
Yep.
Of being isolated and not being connected, even if you are connected in some ways.
No, but it's good. I think it's the perfect follow-up to the Pocket universe, is the like this exploration of connections. And so thank you. I think this is really fun.
Totally. The first place my brain went when you started talking about that is like a murder board with strings connected.
Exactly, like the whole
I'm coming back next week with a freaking murder board.
I love it. Have you been watching many murder mystery shows right now, or
not right now? No, but I have in the past.
That's the thing is we're watching them all the time, and so there's always the inevitably when they pull back the curtain and someone has created the murder board with all the lines connecting all the big names.
And it's the big reveal, like, oh, this person's secretly been looking at this thing, like it's in their closet, or like, I love it.
So
Our theme is networks, aka murder boards.
So networks. I mean, inevitably, my network example will probably have NeoPixels in it somehow, because everything I do blinks.
last week's where all of ours had light.
I think maybe
we were all light.
Yeah,
but I didn't have any NeoPixels.
Yes.
That's true.
But
you had light,
but Carlyn's, like last week Carlyn emitted photons, and this week Carlyn's consumes photons.
There you go.
It needs food. It is photon dependent. And actually having it's a real science figuring out what LEDs to use with if you want to do LED lightings for plants. Thankfully, the pot industry has like carefully looked into this, and so there are LED grow lights available, even LED grow lights that are white light looking.
Yeah, and I think these will not work for growing plants.
This probably won't work either.
I don't think that'll work either for growing plants.
Alas, even with the eyes.
I mean, I think some of our studio lights might work, but
it's a whole field making LEDs for plants.
Totally.
Yeah.
So clearly, next week's homework is we have to find a pot grower and have them tell us all about what they know about LEDs.
So you can put some grow lights on your terrarium.
Like, no, man. I don't want to know anything about your pot. I don't care about the pot. Tell me about the LEDs.
I have some pieces bookmarked.
No, but it'd be so funny to like sneak up on a pot guy and go like, dude, tell me everything about your LEDs.
No, I mean, they would be totally fine with it, because they'd be like, oh, you're gonna grow tomatoes? Like, great. Like,
no, man.
No, man, we just want to know about the tech.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 840 nanometers.
They would love to talk about the tech. I think that's not a problem.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, I should point out, because we have all of these. Obviously, we're streaming here on Twitch. Our Twitch videos disappear from Twitch at some point, but we move them over to the YouTubes. But we've also got highlights. I've made some highlights with the second episode. So
cool.
if you want to see just like little bits of it, like what are we drinking and what do we make, and our tinfoil hats.
Thank you for doing that, Barb.
Tinfoil hats, huh?
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Thanks, Barb. That's cool.
yeah. Hopefully those should stick around a little bit longer. I don't know if we're ever gonna get around to the point where we have enough like hours or viewers or whatever to be longer and like have the video stick around longer on Twitch, but that's okay.
So everything's pretty ephemeral on Twitch.
Yeah, unless still things are ephemeral. I think highlights or something are supposed to stick around longer. Clips are supposed to stick around longer. They might stick around forever if you give them money. They like that apparently.
Yeah.
Money.
Carlyn's making another drink.
Well, we got when we do our closeout. I gotta have
She's making another drink.
Well,
I'm almost empty.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you something. I also have to pimp something. I have to tell folks about tomorrow morning, or tomorrow is virtually Maker Faire.
All right.
Maker Faire is gone, but the virtual Maker Faire is tomorrow. So there's a ton of talks happening, which you can find at makerfaire.com. But what you should really do is you should tune in at 9:30 a.m. and watch me do my talk for Rediscover about tinkering at home.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, because we made like a toolkit and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we have all kinds of online resources, and we picked like the best tools for technically for kids to use, but they're freaking useful. Like canary cutter. Have you guys used one of these before?
You've told us about it before, but tell everybody else.
This is like a cardboard cutter, and it is life-changing. Like, I happen to have a piece of cardboard here. That was not intentional, but okay. You can cut with it. Boom. Like, it cuts so nicely. You can cut cardboard, because trying to do that with scissors is just a huge pain.
Not possible, yeah.
With this. So, we picked, all the best tools for doing stuff from home that are, a little bit safer.
Barb at 9:30.
At 9:30. If you want to find the link, the easiest way to find it is just go to my Twitter, because I've retweeted it and I've posted links, and I'll probably do it again. Go to twitter.com/barbmakesthings.
Twitter.com/barbmakesthings.
Maybe I'll put it on my website too.
All right. That's what I'll put it in the chat, sort of.
Yeah. Comments. Yes, come to my talk so that nobody is. Yes.
It's like feedback, man. It's like us inside.
Pocket universe. We're in the pod.
Except I'm trying out my fancy camera today, so it's like it doesn't have autofocus or something. I don't even know. I don't know how to use it. It's like I know that there's this ring on the outside that makes it do this. That's about all I know about it.
We're gonna do the
like the crash zoom on your nose.
Oh, wait.
That's how you got to start it.
I love it. I love it.
That's our intro right there.
You need the rack zoom remote.
Yeah, I should get the focus follower thing, so I could do the focus remotely.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool. 9:30. That's early.
9:30.
It is. I know. It's a Saturday. It's early, but you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to open up your computer.
That's true. This is the benefit of virtual conferences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's so many talks, including by some crashers.
Cool.
Which we should put on the crash blog.
We should.
Crash blog. Yes, we should.
Yeah, Barb.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that among the many things I have to do tonight. Okay.
All right. So, speaking of which, thank you everyone for coming.
Thanks for joining us. And we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Big love. Wait, we're going out on this.
Aw.
Aw.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks, Mr.
See you
Matt.
next week. Cheers.
Cheers.